Good evening to everybody that's not currently trying to figure out a way to convert their commodity into a subscription service. If you know, you know. We're out here on a woodlot reservation, but we're not particularly interested in anything growing in the woods. Plenty of dry, crispy stuff. It's been excruciatingly hot and dry the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks. Such is actually not the case right now. It's actually quite nice right now. Maybe about 70 degrees and not even close to the level of humidity we've been experiencing. But as a result, things have been kind of dry and kind of crispy lately. But I digress. I'm walking along what looks like a kind of like a service road down into this area here. What we're interested in looking at today is not actually going to be grown in the woods. Apparently, if you walk down this way far enough, you can come to a bit of a clearing, and within that clearing, allegedly, we will find a rare species of Liatris, prairie star, blazing star, gray feather, whatever the heck you call it. Lots of people have Liatris spicata, all right, the probably known as probably just called blazing star, planted in their gardens, as a wildflower. It's included in a lot of wildflower mixes, grows somewhat wild here, but it's not actually technically native to the Northeast. This species, though, Liatris novae-angliae, is what you could consider to be endemic to the area, essentially the southern coasts of New England, and then down there onto Long Island is essentially the extent of its range. And unfortunately, it's not really planted out much, but I'll quit yammering about it, and I'm going to go see if I can find the thing, and then I'll report back to you. Yeah, okay. Well, it's here. That, my friends, is a Liatris novae-angliae, but I believe we're a little bit too early. Maybe 5 days a week too early. I'm gonna go look at the other side of this meadow here, which, by the way, this habitat's really quite nice. I don't know what was going on with this guy or that guy, but you got a Juniperus virginiana there, doing fine. There's a big oak back there I saw. So yeah, here's Liatris novae-angliae, and we got a couple options here. I can, we're gonna be living in the Eutrochium dungeon for a couple episodes here. So I don't really mind if this comes after the next episode I'm gonna go film. I'm gonna go down to look at another endemic plant, a much more narrow endemic plant, Eutrochium novae-angliae, not Liatris novae-angliae. But I'll spare you the diatribe for now, because we can come back. I can explain why this guy is growing here and nowhere else. And these look like these have just got started. I mean, it's everywhere. Now that I think I see it, and they're just, some of these are just crisped, just completely crisp. Probably because of the rain. I don't know, lack of rain. But here's one of them. We're gonna go see. This guy looks like he'll bloom just fine. He made it through. There's some of the little ones down here, so they're around. Some of them are burnt to a crisp. We're gonna go look at the other side of the pasture here, or this meadow, and see what we can find. And if I don't find one in bloom, I'm gonna take you through not the Eutrochium dungeon. I'm gonna show you a couple other Asters, one of which is in the Eutrochium tribe. It's a Eutrochium, so a Joe-Pye weed on the way out, just to get your mind working here. And we'll come back. We'll revisit this. There's another one of those Virginia junipers right there. Okay, I come over to the other side of the meadow. I was just over there. Now I'm over here, and same deal. They're here, but they're just not ready yet. You can see everything that's been under the shade of this lovely oak tree and behind it has done just fine. And the second you step outside, that's south right there. and this is north. So everything on the north side of this oak tree right here has been spared a particularly painful death. We also have a ton of where was it? Where'd he go? I just had him in my hand literally a second ago, and now he's missing. Here we go, right here. Whole bunch of this Liatris terrestis, well past flower, or not terrestis, this is a quadrifolia. It's got the world leaves, I believe quadrifolia. Terrestis is the swamp loosestrife, this is world loosestrife. This is, yeah, Liatris terrestis. I was wondering what I was seeing over back here. Just all this, where'd it go? This is a disaster. Anyway, take my word for it. Just a bunch of stuff just burnt to a crisp. Yeah, here we go, right here. With these little antennas hanging off the side. That's what full sun exposure does to you in a severe drought. Okay, here's I think that's more, could be that loose strife, just really small. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of Liatris here. It's all here, it's just not ready yet. And, you know, just the key differences between growing up in the shade and then, you know, growing up in an area, you know, with lots of sun. Yeah, so these guys did pretty much fine, but they're burnt to a crisp if you step out from behind this tree. Anyway, all of this is sufficient to say, I don't think we're going to see this Liatris going off today. I think we got to give it a little more time. And then we can come back and see it, because that's the nice thing about studying plants, especially when you're just studying them in the areas right adjacent to where you live, is that you can come out just as often as you want. So let's do that. I'm gonna grab a few pictures, and we'll go take a look at maybe 2 or 3 other plants down the way here, and we'll leave it at that for now. And then we'll basically just jump cut to when these bad berries are open. Okay. Hey, look at that! You got two beetles going to town on the Apocynum here. Get the apocynaceous flowers there. Can you feel the romance? I can feel the romance. You know, Apocynaceae makes me kind of hot and bothered too, you know? How nice is that? Okay, real quick, because the sun's setting much faster on me than it typically does. You got a, the beetle right there. Hello, guy. You get a Eutrochium here. All right. One of the Joe-Pye weeds, also in Eutrochium. All right. Let's get those same exerted stamens coming up next to a Solidago. Back there we saw a white flat-topped Aster. And, you know, this one's kind of a bust today. Okay, so you get those world leaves world in 4. Kind of unusual for an Aster, at least one from out here. And I've seen a bunch of these blooming already in the past. Oh, here come the goddamn geese. But these ones seem not to be. So this is the same tribe as that Liatris, Eutrochium. Oh god, coming up over some barberry. And coming up with some Solidago. A couple different species, I think. You've got one. Alright. I think this was Juntia here. With the smooth margins there. Or mostly smooth. Lightly serrated, and then you had another one that was a little bit further down that had slightly more dentate margins, and the leaves were looking a little different. Man, this whole area is just dried out. Oh man. Oh, is that flat-topped wood aster? Can never remember the scientific name of it. There you go. Asters coming in as they do this time of year. Yeah, man. We'll end up splicing this. I'll put the little disclaimer. You can skip all this if you want to. I won't feel bad. I won't. I promise. I really won't. Just because it's just that other species eyes. Yeah, I don't even know. It's rougher. Oh, it's got hairy margins. Yeah, this is probably different species. You know, typical Solidago. Oh, come on, work for me. Inflorescence is there. Yeah. goddamn owl going off over there. But we'll see. Fucking purple loosestrife, of course. Can never escape the lithorum. The sod dog was much nicer. But oh, you get some impatiens still going off back there too. So there's some stuff here, but not what we came for. And rather than waste any more time, basically just digging around, trying to scavenge this. You get some electrum, the metal rue, ranunculacea there. Close up on that impatiens. Yeah, rather than dick around and try and salvage this, why don't we get out of here? We'll give it another week or so. I poured some water on that one Liatris that I saw, you know, so maybe that'll do something to it. Oh, you get some nice Eutrochium there. That's coming real nice. I think that's a different species. I think that's the coastal coming up next to some raspberries. But I continue to digress and to delay the inevitable, which is me exiting the woods without having seen Liatris novae-angliae in bloom, which is okay. Can always come back, which we will. So I'll put the jump cut in right about here. And if you skipped, or if you didn't skip to you know, the money shots, that I thank you. That's a beehive. But yeah, we'll get out of there. In between here and now, I'll probably go down and check out Eutrochium novae-angliae. So this will all be kind of a out of order mismatch, but that's okay. I'll make sense of it. All right. Goodbye for now. And future me should be checking in with you in just a second.